The discovery inside Noah's Ark in Turkey has shocked the world. Situated in the historic region of eastern Turkey, this ancient boat has puzzled historians, archaeologists, and theologians for many years. Known as Noah's Ark, it is famous for supposedly saving humanity from a great flood. Only recently has an expedition begun to uncover its secrets. What could this old ship contain, and what hidden mysteries do its old timbers hold? Join us as we reveal what was found inside Noah's Ark in Turkey that has terrified the world. Noah's Ark, Saga of Faith and Discovery. The tale of Noah and his Ark, found in various religious texts such as the Bible, the Quran, and other ancient scriptures, is not merely a narrative but a saga steeped in historical and geological significance. According to the biblical account, Noah, a righteous man, was tasked by God to build an ark to save his family and pairs of animals from a catastrophic flood that would cleanse the earth of its wickedness. What adds to the interest of the story is the global flood myth, which appears in various cultures worldwide, suggesting a shared ancestral memory or possibly a historical event that left a permanent mark on human consciousness. Archaeological discoveries and geological studies have also lent credence to the possibility of a catastrophic flood event in antiquity. Evidence of massive flooding, such as sedimentary layers and marine fossils found in unlikely locations, has led scientists to hypothesize about the occurrence of ancient megafloods, potentially validating aspects of the Noahic flood narrative. Moreover, the construction of the Ark itself presents a fascinating engineering challenge. The biblical dimensions of the Ark, measuring about 300 cubits in length, 50 cubits in width, and 30 cubits in height, have sparked debates among scholars and enthusiasts alike regarding its feasibility and seaworthiness. Modern simulations and reconstructions have attempted to shed light on the practical aspects of building such a vessel and housing numerous species for an extended period. Furthermore, the story of Noah's Ark transcends religious boundaries, permeating popular culture and inspiring various adaptations in literature, film, and art. Imagine Noah constructing this massive vessel according to divine instructions, every detail carefully planned. It's not just about building a boat. It's a beacon of hope in the darkness of the flood, symbolizing resilience and the promise of a new beginning. The story of Noah and his enormous ark resembles other ancient tales of floods found in places like Mesopotamia, Greece, and Egypt. These stories often recount a colossal flood caused by gods or a chosen individual or family tasked with repopulating humanity, along with a special vessel constructed to ensure their survival. The recurrence of such narratives across diverse cultures hints at a shared recollection or understanding of cataclysmic floods from antiquity. It's possible that these stories originated from real historical floods, such as the Black Sea deluge around 7,500 years ago. What adds interest to this narrative is the striking similarity between the biblical tale of Noah and the Epic of Gilgamesh, an even older Mesopotamian story. Both stories feature divine anger towards humanity, the construction of a massive ark to weather the flood, and the dispatching of birds to seek out dry land. When scholars unearthed the Epic of Gilgamesh and noticed its parallels with the biblical account of Noah, it sparked new perspectives on the origins of the Noah story. It hinted at the possibility that these ancient flood narratives might be interconnected or have mutually influenced each other in some manner. The connections between Noah's Ark and the Epic of Gilgamesh raise many intriguing questions about how stories evolve and spread across different cultures over time. It seems that these tales of great floods might have originated as attempts by various societies to comprehend and cope with the terrifying inundations they witnessed or heard about. These narratives serve as a means for people to interpret their environment and confront the anxieties and uncertainties accompanying catastrophic events like floods. Moreover, these flood narratives carry profound teachings beyond mere explanations for natural calamities. They convey valuable lessons on ethical living, interpersonal relationships, and reverence for both the forces of nature and the divine. Within these stories, the flood often arrives as divine retribution for human misdeeds. The survivors, such as Noah, typically emerge unscathed due to their righteousness, underscoring the importance of virtuous behavior and moral integrity. The Ark, described as a massive vessel with 3 levels and numerous spacious compartments, served as a sanctuary for diverse species during the cataclysmic flood. As the waters surged relentlessly, the Ark rose above the submerged landscape. Following 40 days of non-stop rainfall, Noah released a dove, which returned bearing an olive leaf, a tangible sign of life's resurgence. Eventually, as the flood waters receded, Noah, his kin, and the menagerie disembarked onto dry land. God sealed this covenant with humanity by illuminating the sky with a rainbow, pledging never again to unleash such a catastrophic flood upon the earth. The tale of Noah's Ark holds significant importance due to its religious, historical, and moral teachings. It has become a powerful symbol of God's compassion, the sanctity of life, and our responsibility to safeguard all living beings. Within Christianity, the Ark is also interpreted as a foreshadowing of Christ's redemptive work. While the fate of the Ark post-flood remains a mystery, recent excavations in Turkey have ignited widespread interest and speculation, particularly around Mount Ararat, a focal point for numerous expeditions in search of the Arkansas. The Noah's Ark Scan project, employing advanced 3D scanning technology, has uncovered a significant finding within Turkey's mountainous terrain. This discovery has piqued the curiosity of both biblical scholars and scientists due to its distinctive land formation, initially identified in 1959 by İlhan Durupınar, a Turkish army captain. This site has spurred continuous investigation and contemplation. Researchers involved in the Noah's Ark Scan project have identified a geological formation in Turkey's mountains that closely resembles the biblical description of Noah's Arkansas. Furthermore, the Bible Archaeology Search and Exploration Institute suggests the possibility that the Ark may have come to rest on Mount Elbrus, a mountain range extending from Armenia to Afghanistan. This theory is supported by the discovery of ancient remnants of marine life, such as seaweed and sea creatures found at high altitudes in the region. These discoveries are incredibly fascinating because they hint that places that are now high above sea level might have once been submerged under a vast ocean. This idea aligns with the tale of a massive flood recounted in the Bible. The significance of these findings is immense. They're not just important for those interested in religion and history, but also for understanding the changes in the Earth's landscape and climate over time. If the findings of the Noah's Ark Scan project prove to be accurate, they could directly connect us to one of the oldest and most enduring stories of all time. This would provide us with insights into the past that blend faith, history, and science. However, there's more to this story than meets the eye. Ararat Expedition, Unveiling Noah's Arkansas. In a region straddling the borders of Iran and Turkey, a remarkable discovery in archaeology has captured the imaginations of people worldwide. The spotlight falls on a dedicated team known as the Mount Ararat and Noah's Ark Research Team, comprising members from Turkish and American educational institutions. Their careful excavation efforts unfolded at a site known as the Durupınar Formation, especially composed of a rock type called limonite. Local myth has long hinted at the possibility of this site being the remnants of Noah's Ark, a renowned tale found in the sacred texts of Christianity, Judaism, and Islam. The Durupınar site in Turkey holds a special attraction, resembling the shape of a boat and aligning closely with the dimensions attributed to Noah's Ark in the Bible. Using measurements familiar in the United States, it spans approximately 515 feet in length, 85 feet in width, and 49 feet in height. The artifacts unearthed at the site date back to a period between 5,500 and 3,000 BC, comprising clay-like substances, marine-derived remnants, and traces of ancient seafood. Such findings fuel assumptions about a bustling ancient community linked to the Noah's Ark narrative. The quest for Noah's Ark spans centuries, with numerous tales and irregular claims of discovery. Mount Ararat, cited in the Bible as the Ark's resting place, has drawn countless seekers over the years. Among their findings are fragments of wood, imposing structures resembling a vessel, and aerial photographs hinting at the presence of the Arkansas. The Bible tells a tale of a colossal vessel known as the Ark, reigning as the mightiest ship until the dawn of the 20th century. Picture those mammoth vessels we witness today, traversing vast oceans. Yet, scholars of science and antiquity approach such narratives with caution. While many adherents of Western Christianity believe that the Ark came to rest upon Mount Ararat, concrete evidence remains elusive. Throughout history, diverse accounts have occurred. Some ancient tales suggest remnants of the Ark endure, while others, such as the narrative by Pakia of Regensburg, paint a picture of its demise. In the 19th and 20th centuries, intrepid explorers like James Bryce contributed to the saga. They claim to have discovered wood fragments atop Mount Ararat, possibly remnants of the legendary Arkansas. Nevertheless, doubt persists. Critics argue that such findings lack substantial evidence, and archaeological studies have yet to definitively link the Ark to the site. Recent discoveries at the Durupınar site have injected fresh interest into the quest for Noah's Arkansas. Collaborative efforts fueled by advanced technology and international teams have unearthed artifacts possibly dating back to the era of the biblical flood. However, scholars tread carefully, emphasizing the need for thorough examination and diligent analysis before conclusively linking the site to the fabled Arkansas. Mesha Mountain, a new Ark Theory. David Allen Deal has a unique perspective on the final destination of Noah's Ark, deviating from the commonly held belief that it rested on Mount Ararat. Instead, he proposes an intriguing notion that it found its resting place on a lesser-known mountain named Mashu or Mesha Mountain, positioned 17 miles south of Mount Ararat. Drawing insights from ancient texts such as the Epic of Gilgamesh, Deal constructs a vivid narrative suggesting that the Ark initially made landfall on this mountain summit, towering at an elevation of 7,400 feet. He imagines Noah and his kin establishing civilization's first foothold post-deluge, erecting a city called Mejuan at the top of the mountain, utilizing salvaged Ark materials in its construction. As time progressed, natural forces like earthquakes and rainfall purportedly caused the Ark to gradually descend the slopes, leaving noticeable imprints along its path. According to Deal's intricate theory, survivors brilliantly repurposed remnants of the Ark, fashioning them into shelters and employing the Ark's wood for house construction, its tar serving as waterproofing for roofs. The significance of local toponyms, such as Mesa meaning pulled out of the water, and Nashwan possibly signifying Noah's Zion, adds layers to the narrative, seemingly echoing the Ark's tale. Furthermore, Mesha Mountain boasts a unique geological feature referred to as the Wall of Heaven, resembling two peaks forming an obstacle reminiscent of descriptions found in the Epic of Gilgamesh, reinforcing the idea that this might have been the Ark's initial landing site. In 1996 and 1997, Deal embarked on an exploration of the area. During his journey, he stumbled upon interesting evidence that seemed to bolster his theory amidst the ancient terrain. He unearthed remnants of human habitation and beheld what he dubbed the Wall of Heaven atop a towering peak, which he believed could be the initial landing site of the legendary Ark. The geographical alignment of the locals surrounding Mesha Mountain seemed to elaborately weave into the narrative, lending credence to the idea of the Ark's resting place. Delving further, Deal examined archaic depictions and sculptures, particularly fixating on the figure of Nama, a woman united with the very mountain believed to cradle the Ark. He posited that these outdated artworks served as a bridge between ancient tradition and the biblical tale of Noah's Arkansas. Though Deal's hypothesis brimmed with interest and careful detail, it remained just one of the numerous assumptions regarding the Ark's final destination. Despite the compelling evidence and logical deductions put forth by Deal, the scientific community maintained a careful stance, acknowledging the necessity for further examination and inquiry. Unraveling the mysteries of ancientness, particularly those united with age-old narratives and beliefs, demanded rigorous investigation and careful verification. Thus, amidst the whispers carried by the winds from Mesha Mountain lay the promise of unraveling a tale lost to the annals of time. Unveiling Mesopotamian Noah's Arkansas. During his time stationed in Iraq post-World War II, Leonard Simmons, a British soldier with a keen eye for history, found himself drawn to the ancient treasures scattered across the land. Among the artifacts he amassed, one piece stood out, a weathered tablet from Assyria. Its surface, etched with cryptic symbols and faded pictographs, unearthed from the sands of time, held within its inscriptions a tantalizing glimpse into a different perspective on the age-old tale of Noah's Arkansas. Contrary to the conventional imagery of a boat-shaped vessel riding the waves, the tablet hinted at something entirely unexpected, a circular ark, reminiscent of the round coracles that gracefully traversed the winding rivers of Mesopotamia in antiquity. The circular design of these ancient boats wasn't merely a matter of aesthetics. It spoke volumes about the practical ingenuity of the civilizations that once thrived along the Tigris and Euphrates. These vessels, constructed from reeds and tar, possessed remarkable stability and maneuverability, making them ideally suited for navigating the treacherous floodwaters that periodically swept through the region. Dating back an astonishing 4,000 years, the tablet provided a window into a world where myths mingled with reality, blurring the lines between history and legend. Its discovery sparked a flurry of scholarly excitement, igniting debates and discussions among historians and archaeologists eager to unravel its secrets. Irving Finlay, a renowned scholar at the British Museum, renowned for his expertise in ancient languages, recognized the profound significance of this enigmatic artifact. Undertaking the painstaking task of deciphering its ancient script, Finlay embarked on a journey into the distant past, striving to unlock the mysteries concealed within the faded lines of the tablet. As the translation efforts progressed, the tablet revealed not only insights into the construction of the Ark, but also tantalizing glimpses into the broader cultural tapestry of ancient Mesopotamia. Remarkably, the narrative inscribed on this ancient artifact closely mirrors the biblical tale of Noah, even detailing the animals boarding the Ark in pairs. This new finding doesn't just give us a fresh perspective on what the Ark might have looked like. It also reveals how far back in time people began sharing stories and passing down their knowledge to future generations. Finlay's research on this tablet sparked further exploration into the story, with some even considering reconstructing the Ark according to the ancient instructions to test its seaworthiness. However, Finlay himself harbored doubts about the historicity of the Ark, viewing it more as a captivating tale ingrained in our cultural memory rather than a literal event. The tale of Noah's Ark transcends mere historical narrative. It delves into profound themes of salvation, divine assistance, and the faithfulness of God's promises. Noah's story isn't just about surviving a cataclysmic flood. It symbolizes God's intervention, deliverance, and benevolence. In the biblical context, the ark signifies more than just a vessel for preserving life. It symbolizes God's compassion and the path to salvation. Noah, chosen by God, was provided with a means to escape the impending catastrophe. This act of kindness from God wasn't just for Noah. It extended to all living creatures. It's like a glimpse of an even grander rescue, one that would come later through Jesus Christ. Think of it as a promise between God and humanity. The ark serves as a beacon of safety, shielding, and deliverance, shining like a beacon of hope amid turmoil. Discovering the ark and delving into its mysteries blends religious faith with the thrill of uncovering ancient artifacts. This mix of spirituality and science offers us a window into our shared past, illustrating how ancient truths still resonate deeply today. It serves as a reminder of universal themes like redemption, second chances, and the enduring benevolence of the divine. That's why the story of Noah's Ark transcends religious boundaries, resonating with people of diverse backgrounds and beliefs. It continues to impart lessons about faith, moral righteousness, and the boundless love of the Creator. Dialogue between faiths on Noah's Arkansas. The story of Noah's Ark is a tale cherished by both Jewish and Christian communities, yet the interpretation and significance of this ancient narrative have sparked varied viewpoints and lively debates between these two faiths over time. Early Jewish and Christian scholars, such as Flavius Josephus, regarded the Ark as a historical reality. However, modern scientific understanding diverges from the idea of a global flood or the physical existence of the Arkansas. Modern historians believe that ancient disastrous events, such as the flooding of the Persian Gulf or the Black Sea, might have served as the backdrop for these mythic accounts. The discussion surrounding Noah's Ark forms just a fragment of the broader discourse on the complicated relationship between Judaism and Christianity, which has endured through centuries of shared history. This bond has been examined particularly closely in the wake of significant historical tragedies, such as the Holocaust. Scholars and theologians have engaged in passionate discussions regarding the portrayal of Judaism in the New Testament, contributing to ongoing reflections on the intertwined narratives of these two faith traditions. People are working hard to understand whether the parts of religious texts that seem to go against Judaism are truly important to these texts, or if they've just been misunderstood over time. This debate becomes particularly noticeable with the texts of Luke Acts. While Luke's writings don't explicitly condemn Judaism, they portray it in a complicated and difficult-to-grasp manner. Throughout the years, the stories and teachings in these religious texts have been analyzed from various perspectives. Religious leaders, scholars, and followers have shared their understandings, shaped by their beliefs, cultural backgrounds, and the era they live in. Therefore, the interpretation and teaching of stories like Noah's Ark vary significantly within and between Jewish and Christian communities. Researchers and historians delve into the past, seeking clues that either support or challenge traditional interpretations of these stories. As new discoveries are made and old assumptions questioned, the dialogue between Judaism and Christianity about their intertwined yet distinct heritages progresses. This lively exchange mirrors humanity's broader pursuit of meaning, connection to history, and understanding of the sacred texts that have guided these faiths for generations. Moreover, religious discussions also explore how people grasp the concept of covenants in Holy Scriptures. The term covenant holds diverse meanings across the Hebrew Bible, cherished in Jewish tradition, and the New Testament, revered in Christianity. This reveals an interesting evolution in the relationship between these two ancient religions over centuries. Yet, the significance of this concept transcends mere linguistic or theological discussions. It delves into profound inquiries. One such inquiry probes the depth of connection between Christian beliefs and Jewish traditions, as well as whether divine promises extend universally across humanity and time. The ongoing discourse on the covenant underscores the detailed nature of religious scriptures and the myriad interpretations they evoke. It prompts reflection on how ancient pacts between God and humanity resonate in modern contexts. Central to this thinking is the endurance of these agreements. Are they immutable or subject to adaptation amid evolving circumstances? Moreover, the scope of inclusion within these covenants, whether limited to specific groups or universally applicable, adds complexity to the puzzle. Answering these questions necessitates not only a profound grasp of religious doctrines, but also an understanding of historical backgrounds and a readiness to embrace diverse viewpoints. Consequently, religious leaders, scholars, and adherents invest considerable effort in scrutinizing, debating, and sometimes vehemently disputing these matters. They carefully examine ancient scriptures, analyze various translations, and endeavor to discern the intents and circumstances of the text's ancient authors. In this intellectual journey, unexpected revelations may emerge, challenging established perceptions and potentially reshaping religious understanding. Now it's time for today's subscriber pick. What they found inside Noah's Ark in Turkey terrifies the world. In the ancient land of Turkey, nestled among the rugged terrain of Mount Ararat, a team of intrepid archaeologists embarked on a quest that would forever alter our understanding of history. Their mission is to uncover the secrets hidden within the legendary vessel known as Noah's Ark. As the excavation team carefully sifted through layers of earth, they unearthed something extraordinary, a massive wooden structure buried deep within the mountain's embrace. Excitement crackled in the air as the world held its breath, waiting to glimpse what lay concealed for millennia. With painstaking precision, the archaeologists delved into the heart of the ancient ship, their torches casting eerie shadows against the walls. But what they found inside sent shivers down their spines and unleashed a wave of terror that reverberated across the globe. Amidst the remnants of Noah's Ark, the team stumbled upon a chamber unlike any other. Within its confines lay a series of intricately carved tablets, their surfaces etched with cryptic symbols and warnings from a bygone era. Translating the ancient inscriptions, the scholars pieced together a chilling narrative, a tale of a world ravaged by cataclysmic floods, divine wrath, and humanity's desperate struggle for survival. But it was the final revelation that shook them to their core, an ominous prophecy foretelling the return of primordial evil, dormant for centuries but now stirring once more. Could history be repeating itself? And if so, what horrors await humanity in the shadows of Mount Ararat? Let us have your opinions in the comments below. Global flood narratives in cultures. The story of Noah's Ark is famous worldwide, but it's not the only flood tale out there. Many cultures have their versions, each with unique twists, yet they all share common themes. Take the Atrahasis epic, an ancient Mesopotamian flood story, for example. It's one of the oldest known flood stories and likely influenced others like the Gilgamesh flood tale and the Genesis story from the Hebrew Bible or Christian Old Testament. These stories emphasize gratitude, remembering one's roots, and showing reverence and modesty towards the divine. In other flood stories, such as those from China and Egypt, we encounter figures like Noah and the sun god Ra, who play key roles in causing or surviving massive floods. In these narratives, only a select few survive, often with divine purpose or assistance, to repopulate the earth. Similar themes emerge in ancient Greek myths, where Deucalion and Pyrrha are saved by a chest that lands on a high mountain, and in ancient Hawaiian lore, where Nu constructs a large canoe to escape a deluge and finds refuge on a mountain. Long ago, there existed a remarkable tale known as the Epic of Gilgamesh, one of humanity's earliest narratives. This ancient saga chronicles the exploits of Gilgamesh, a legendary figure, and notably features a flood story reminiscent of Noah's Ark. Both narratives recount the god's decision to cleanse the earth of humanity, sparing only a chosen family who constructed a vast vessel to preserve life, including various animals. However, despite their similarities, these stories also reveal distinct cultural and religious perspectives. In the Noah tale, survival hinges upon righteousness, whereas in Gilgamesh's account, Utnapishtim's wisdom and divine favor secure his salvation. Adding to this variety of ancient flood narratives is the Atrahasis epic, discovered in the 19th century and even predating Gilgamesh's saga. Remarkably, it shares many motifs with both the Gilgamesh epic and the story of Noah: divine wrath, human survival, and the subsequent rebirth of the world after a cataclysmic flood. The stories of Atrahasis and Genesis both tell of a mighty flood, but they share more than just that. They both give a heads up about the flood days before it arrives, involving building a big boat and sending out birds afterward to find land. These tales aren't just isolated. They're part of a variety of stories from different places and times. Even though they're from different cultures, they all share common themes: the god's immense power, the survival of a small group of people, and the chance for a fresh start after a catastrophic event. It's fascinating to see how these diverse cultures, with their unique details, all pondered the idea of a colossal flood reshaping the world. Ken Ham's Ark encounter unveiled. In a unique corner of Kentucky, a grand and remarkable endeavor graciously came to life, spearheaded by Ken Ham, the visionary leader of Answers in Genesis. A colossal theme park takes shape, but this isn't just any amusement park. It revolves around a monumental replica of Noah's Ark, aptly named the Ark Encounter. Stretching across a sprawling 800 acres, it dwarfs even the vast expanse of Disneyland. Each year, around 1.5 million curious souls flock to this northern Kentucky gem. The centerpiece, the Ark itself, stands as a marvel of modern engineering, crafted to match the dimensions described in the Bible. It spans a staggering 510 feet in length, 85 feet in width, and rises 51 feet into the sky. But the allure doesn't stop there. Within its sturdy hull, visitors embark on a journey through 3 immersive levels adorned with intricate exhibits. These displays transport visitors back in time, offering glimpses of a pre-flood world, the daily life of Noah and his kin within the Ark, and the aftermath of the deluge. The aim is to transform the ancient tale of Noah's Ark from mere words on a page into a sensory experience, one that's felt, heard, and explored firsthand. Ken Ham's ambitions for the Ark encounter know no bounds. He envisions continual expansion and enhancement, with plans underway to erect replicas of the Tower of Babel and a reconstructed Jerusalem from the time of Jesus. The Tower of Babel section is super exciting because it's going to feature a ride like the spooky haunted mansion at Disney. People will hop on and get whisked away to see different scenes. At the Ark encounter, there's always something new happening. Every year, they add fresh attractions for people to enjoy. Inside, there's a spot where people can cuddle with animals, stunning Christmas lights to admire, and a place where they can stroll and watch birds soaring above them. Behind the scenes, the park is bustling with activity. They're growing plants in water, a cool technique called hydroponics, and they've got accommodations for seasonal workers who stay there part of the year. But bringing this park to life wasn't easy. There were financial hurdles, plenty of debates with people holding different opinions, and loads of meticulous planning. It took a big investment to turn this grand idea into reality. They had to sell special bonds, and the local government pitched in by offering tax breaks and improving the area for all the visitors. Meanwhile, near Mount Ararat, a groundbreaking discovery was about to challenge ancient beliefs. What are your thoughts on the Noah's Ark? Let us have your opinions in the comment below.